Is this yours? Yours?
Ah, good game, well played. Thanks for the match. No, I don't really do mean. We were just bleeding you out so that Nick Cage would be on Death Hook. It skips his 4%. I hope you had fun. Yep, good game, well played. And good luck in your next one. If you were the, no chill Sable, I don't remember the name exactly. I think we played before. We might get into lobby again. Oh no, it wasn't no chill, it was zero chill. No, I'm playing with all of them.
You want it.
You do understand this is what I do for fun, yes? I don't need followers. There we go. Now Mech's gonna be on death hook. I seem to be doing just fine. If you think you can slug, by all means, you're welcome to try. That said, your mileage may very much vary. Just because I can do something doesn't mean you're going to be able to. But yes, I have roughly 2,000 and change matches on the unknown right now, and they did all go pretty much that way. If you're not a killer player, you probably aren't at my MMR. I've won all of my games. I have a 100% 4K rate on the unknown. You're welcome to try to slug people if you think you can do it. But if matchmaking is good, and if you're playing with people that are as good as you are, slugging is very improbable. Slugging is something you do when you're much better or when you're winning harder. If you have a lot of pressure, you need a big snowball. There's some variants where you can play S tiers and you can kind of insist on the slug to a point. But that scales with coordination too. Are these games particularly challenging for me? Probably not, but you also have to understand that I have 23,000 hours in Killer. So I'm not exactly representative of the greater player base. You should try. You might surprise yourself. But you know, worst case scenario, you fail. You can get better. You can practice. Much more than 3K hours of slugging. Much more. 23K. Did we play, Joe? Hey, we got spies. If you didn't play with me, how did you find the channel? Ah, I see. If you rage at games, you won't be able to relate too well. No, the game is not survivor-sided at all, at least not in practice. This game is wildly killer-sided at almost every level of play, if you make the caveat that the killer is good at the game. This game can become survivor-sided in an optimal environment with use of coordination. Tight, good comms, which is one of the hardest skills to learn in DBD, can do a lot to break an otherwise playable matchup. Many killers, many maps, many combinations of perks and loadouts. But it's disingenuous to say that. Because that's not representative of what you actually get in matchmaking. the Dead by Daylight player base is kind of made it their own game. Especially Survivor side, because Survivor is in many ways, I don't want to say easy, but accessible. You can do the bare minimum and profit for it. A lot of people don't learn, a lot of people don't get better. And if you go into the game as a student or as a competitor, and if you really try to learn your stuff and perform, you're gonna kind of stomp on people. And that's a lot of what this stream is. Now, if you talk about like a really strong lobby, if you talk about like a competitive setting or something else, then obviously different killers and different tiers of teams have different balance. But just matchmaking, no. Killer is going to win. And that's how you have 4-digit 4K streaks. Presumably we played. I'm assuming that I bled you out. Otherwise, I'm not sure how you found the channel. I'm not exactly a content curator. The people that come in here are people who have just played with me. You're not discovering me through the YouTube algorithm. Your friend's dad? A friend of a friend's cousin's uncle's dog? No, I'm sure it was you. I've been on the internet for a long time. So I've seen people get upset before, and I've seen the occasional keyboard warrior. I understand that can be part of the venting process and part of the trying to get your feet back under you and like licking your wounds. That's not a problem. Do you have a team? Because you're welcome to add my Steam. And I do want to be very clear that I'm not trying to bruise your ego, I'm not trying to humiliate you. I'm not making fun of you, I'm not making you less of a man. You're gonna be okay. Smugwib YouTube Live D5 F2. Put a team together, add me up, we can play at some point. I told you, add me up. If you're just talking, and if you're just trying to get some sort of clout or build your ego or confidence, you're welcome to keep going. Otherwise, you have my tag. Put a Swift together. Practice whatever map you like. We can play. If you don't have friends to play with you, you're welcome to look for people either in the DBD Discord maybe, or you could go to like the DBD League Discord or something. I'm sure somebody would sit in with you. These are just replays. I don't care if anybody watches. When I was learning DBD, Survivor Point of View helped me a lot. The day Behavior adds a replay system to DBD, I'm gonna stop streaming. Until then, it's none of my business. I'm gonna continue to queue up, and hopefully I'm gonna get some better teams. I'd like to stretch my legs out a little bit and hopefully get some tougher and more able games in. Still waiting for that ad. I'm sure we'll get along just fine. To be fair, I don't think that I can affirm any type of skill by beating a lot of these players. I'm at a point in my DBD journey right now where these people aren't strong enough to feed my ego. Sometimes I'm surprised and I get like a really nice lobby and it's a lot of fun, but for the most part these games are a foregone conclusion. Ideally, Behavior is going to make matchmaking a little bit stricter. It's been better before. No, not every team will quit. I think a lot of the times people rage quitting over slugs are people that just weren't equipped to deal with it. And if you're new to the game or if you're not minded to overcome problems and try to be efficient, then are you really going to do well in the first place? We've already established that you were one of these quote-unquote bots. Or you were saying like your friends, uncles, dads, or dog, right? Maybe part of why you're frustrated, part of why you're bitter is that you're too focused on trying to put some of these players down instead of trying to climb up to either their level or ahead of them. Man, you've been playing longer than me. I joined Dead by Daylight a week before the nurse came out. But I'll tell you what, if you can break me, I look forward to the day. I have more fun in the games I lose, I think. Especially if it's been a while. I don't believe you. I think you were that stable. We all lose sometimes, dude. You'll get over it. Life goes on.
Is this?
I don't have a horse in the race. And I know you came here to complain a little bit, but if it's a silver lining, I thought you were super funny. Why would I imagine that? Are they important? Do they do anything? Am I breaking any rules? I got nothing to worry about, I'm chilling. Hey Zero, I'm glad you had fun. Thanks for the match. That pallet is better if you pre-throw it. I can get 4Ks with that one slug too. At least against teams like this. It's still better to slug them. Much stronger. I can also 4K kill 4K teams you cannot kill without slugging them. If you're that Sable, man, it's a pretty big difference. I think a lot of the time when people get upset when they watch somebody who's very experienced or very good at the game, it's because they don't understand why they're not getting the same results. But again, I've played a lot of this game, and I've played at a very high level for a very long time. A team that's going to be very easy for me might juice you. They might make it the most one-sided thing against you. They might make you feel like you're wasting your time. The people I slug out at 5 gems are people that would juice you and 4 out you with 0 hooks, you know? The skill range in this game is huge. You'll find some games where slugs don't happen. There's actually been a lot of those recently because we lost a Call of Brian Eruption from the killer meta, and we replaced it with things like Pain Resonance, Deadman Switch, and Grim Embrace, which heavily encourage you to actually hook people to use the perks. You're less likely to see that in Chaos Shuffle, unless they get perks that again incentivize actually hooking people. Only because slugging is so much better if people are screwing up. Alternatively, even if we don't get a perk loadout that is conducive to actually making me want to hook people, if we get a team that knows how to split up and do generators, I obviously can't slug them. Slugging heavily relies on the survivors fucking up. It's like a win horde attack. You have an 8-year-old nephew? I thought you were way younger than that. Oh, I'm sorry, I misjudged you. Add me up. If you want to earn your stripes, by all means. Well, if you wanna show me how much skill I don't have and teach me a few things, you're welcome to add me up. You have my friend tag. We can play. Who knows, I might just learn something. I posted in Discord, maybe we can find you a Swift. We'll try to find somebody to play with you. I'm guessing the reason you haven't added me is because you just don't have people that want to play with you or that want to play against me. But we'll find you a team. Hey, I can't make a choice on the unknown. So if slugging isn't possible, then what's the problem? Are you admitting that it's contingent on survivors fucking up? You're the one that wanted to play. I gave you my tag. If you're afraid of me, you don't have to. I'm sure we've already settled the score earlier. And honestly, you probably did better than I made you look. If he does, then maybe he can teach you. I might not be your only role model. I think that DBD is a game where you can really have many father figures. There's plenty of good players. Even if there's a small ratio of good players, the good examples are plentiful enough where you can learn from different people if you don't like one of them. I don't think that being trans is a real thing. There's two genders. The excuses just keep coming. You wanna know a secret? I personally find that solo survivors a lot more fun. It's more challenging, and so it's more satisfying. That's okay, these guys have the courage to play with me, even if you don't. So, what is your opinion on behavior of adding Unbreakable base kit? I'm a little bit disappointed they went back on it. I think that Unbreakable base kit would be really nice. Right now, if you want to not be slugged, you have to use skill to split up, rotate effectively, and do generators. Your best deterrent to not being slugged is making it time inefficient for the killer to do so. And that does work, but it requires a lot of know-how and just competence from the survivor side. I think if we had an Unbreakable base kit, people could slap on Exponential, people could slap on Soul Guard. And you could really get some really fast pickup times. I can worry them on the floor. It's a 4-minute bleed out timer. They're not in a rush. Watch, we're gonna Mori Molag bars right now. Bam! That's the Mori. It's not even about being good, and I obviously am very good at this game. It's about having fun. Well, if you feel like I'm holding the game hostage, what you could do is you could go to the post-match screen. Feel free to snipe me. And, where is the report option? I've never actually used it before. Ah, okay. One of these is holding the game hostage. Ah, here we go. Gameplay abuse and trolling. If you feel like I am holding the game hostage, just report me. Or you can even go to like the behavior website, open up a ticket, you can make an angry Reddit thread or something. And even if everybody doesn't agree with you, you could still maybe get someone to console you or help you feel okay. There are going to be some people that don't make fun of you or laugh at you. You gotta take the wins as you can get them, right? Young buck today, alpha male tomorrow. Why am I unknown queue so long? Maybe they'll be quicker in matchmaking? This should be acceptable. Maybe Chaos Shuffle out of different players. There's only two genders. There's men and there's women. No, I think this whole chat is very funny. We can definitely play. I'm not gonna interrupt my queue to play with you. Or whoever you have playing on your behalf. But if you catch me when I'm offline, I'm more than happy to play with you. And I told you, pick the map. You can pick my killer too. I play everyone. Alternatively, you're welcome to snipe me. Well, welcome to play after the stream. I'll get you after my lunch. But I'm not gonna interrupt my queues for you. Alternatively, if you want to play with me during the queues, just, what's it called? Snipe me. Get in my game. Surely, if you have a good group, you can, get into my MMR, right? You think I'm bullying you, but I'm killing survivors. Bleeding out is the best, Mori. Fun isn't the eye of the beholder. In my opinion, if you're not having fun playing Dead by Daylight, it means you're doing something wrong. If you can put a Swift together, we can play some games. And I don't mind streaming them, but you're gonna get me between streams to set them up. We can both stream it. Do you have 4 players? Have your friends add me. And I'll invite all 4 of you. Killer host, right? The survivor does not host the lobby. I'm looking forward to playing with you. Have your friends add me or give me a list. You need 4 players. And if you can't find 4 players, I don't mind finding some for you. I'm in like 90 DBD discords, most of which are very active people that do play both 1v1s and customs. And there's even a few if people put matchmaking scripts together, some of which are pickup groups. We can play custom games. Who are your teammates? Where's your friends? I'm excited to kill you. I mean, the results speak for themselves. Add me up. We can both stream it. You all need to add me. I need to invite you to the lobby. Don't duck me. Where's your team? What's my accomplishment? These? Is this Fang Min an accomplishment? Maybe, but I've done this before. It's not my first rodeo. No, you need me to invite you. So what's your username? And what are the other 3 usernames? You have my tag, what's yours? Smugwib YouTube Live, D5F2. What's yours? What's your tag? You need me to invite your whole group. The survivor can't host the map. I don't care what map you want to play on, but I'm hosting it. No, I invite you. Survivors don't invite for those. Because the killer doesn't play on the survivor's ping. Your group needs to add me. I already have your tag. You've invited me to a lobby. What's everyone else's tag? I'm not gonna 1v1 you, I'm gonna kill your Swift. You've been raging in my stream for the last hour because I proved that to you. I bled you out as Sable. That's how we got here to begin with. If you don't want to play with me, you don't have to. But if you want to play with me, get a group together. Swift. Try to give me a good game. You have to make yourself more attractive than a match-made game. And if you can give me 4 players using comms, if you can give me a Swift, you probably will be more fun. But is a 1v1 better than this? I don't care what you're trying to do. I want to play the best matches I can. If you can put together a Swift, or if you can participate in one, maybe there's merit in that. I'll be happy to kill you and I'll be happy to let you pick the map. I'll host it. You already have a group together. You only play with the same Swift. Go get the squad. This isn't an ego battle for me. You've got a lot to prove. I don't. You don't have a point. I've already won. You've been begging in chat for almost 2 hours now. You've already shown your cards. And if you don't have a group, if that was just talk, we can definitely find you one. Go to the DBD Discord, go to the DBD League Discord, get some players. It doesn't really matter who. At the very least, if I'm Swifting, if I'm playing with your Swift, right? At least I know there's 4 people together. I don't get that in matchmaking. Sometimes it's 4 people, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 1. If you can show me that you have 4 people, that's fine. There's merit in that. It's a good deal for me. But if you can't, why are you interesting to me? It's not about you. It's about me. I'm playing for my fun. Get a group together. For everyone. You have to prove to me that it's going to be some fun or promising thing. And the way you do that is getting 4 people together. If you can't even put 4 people in a lobby, how are you going to use comms? Getting the game together is the easy part.
At last, the fools.
Well, if your Swift is ducking me, I'll queue matchmaking. They're not scared to play. Eternal didn't duck me. They asked for 10-12 minutes to put builds together before the match when I said I wanted to play Hag in the set. And after that, we were in game. It didn't take long. You've been in chat for almost 2 hours. Do you not have a squad? Do you not have anybody? Surely you at least have that Sable player, right? Who's definitely not you. Is everybody who ignores or dismisses you scared? That isn't copium. And I was excited to play against your Swift. Well, if you become more courageous, hit me up. Surely you're here because I won. Nobody writes a novel after winning the game. Well, whose fault is it if they get slugged? If you have a group, get the group. Are you gonna keep them all waiting? Why do I want to 1v1 you? Sell it to me. I don't care what you need. I want to play. Why should I be interested in a 1v1? What do I gain from it? Why is that more fun than playing a 4v1? Because so far, 1v1s haven't been interesting to me. And that's not even just you, that's anybody. Oh, so you don't have a group. Well, that's not a problem. Because I'm in the middle of my session right now. Get them on. Play me after lunch. Or maybe before dinner. We can play today. Explain to them that some jerk-faced killer bled you out, that they slugged you at 5 gens, whatever else, and you want revenge. If they're your friends, I'll help you. You can get your revenge on me. You're not interesting to me. Maybe your friends are. You talked about a Swift, that you only play with these people. Maybe they carry you, maybe they're better. Get a group. Why do I want to 1v1 anybody? It doesn't sound fun. And if I want to play 1v1s, why would I be 1v1ing with you? Are you rated well? Would you be more challenging than generic ladder 1v1s you get on the DBD League Discord or in other similar Discords? If I want to get into the 1v1 format, why am I playing with you and not comp players? You can't answer that. I've yet to become upset in matters related to DBD or Steam. But maybe that's the way for you. If you can't beat me in the game, you can beat me outside of it. A little bit of Milky Way never hurt anybody. You told me that your Swift would win, that I couldn't slug you guys. And I accepted that challenge. Give me names. I will invite you, we can play. You've also challenged me to a 1v1. I'm not interested. If you want to play with me, you can snipe me, or you can get a Swift. Alternatively, if you want to 1v1 me, convince me. Sell it to me. How are you gonna get me interested? How are you going to make me interested in you? So far, you seem like small fry. But maybe there's like some like really exciting way that you can change my opinion, or maybe you can get my blood to boil and make me want to play with you and whatever else. But right now I just want to play DBD. Get a Swift. There's a way for you to play with me. Your friend isn't here. Your friend isn't crying to me. He or she or whatever. Yes, it wasn't you. It was your friend. It was their account. You're just on their account. You were just on their account then. I definitely didn't dunk on you. We've established that very well already. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But seriously, it wasn't somebody else. Nobody else is here. She's not complaining. She's not whining. She's not throwing a tantrum. You're the only person here. You're having a meltdown because you lost in a video game. And if playing me can help you avenge yourself and like sleep better at night, get a Swift. You're the one that needs to play with me. You've been here for 2 hours. Clearly you're emotionally invested in this. If nobody wants to play with you, you can pay them to play with you. There are plenty of people that would join a lobby with you for a few dollars. And if you're not broken, why are you here? When did I bleed you out? When did that game happen? Because I don't remember playing with you. I don't remember killing you. When did I bleed you out, Disable? When did this happen? How long have you been holding on to this? You don't have to tell them shit because you have nothing to hide, right? Why are you afraid? Why do you want revenge so badly? Why are you so desperate for it? And why are you embarrassing yourself in chat? Help me to understand. Maybe I'll be sympathetic for you. What are you doing while you type in chat? How many games have I played? Are you overwhelmed? Can you not play? Wait, which one of us needs to prove this? Do I have an investment in proving anything to you? Isn't that like me saying, prove to me you have money? PayPal me like $20? Imagine being scared to give me money. It doesn't make sense, does it? I can't be that scared. I'm playing well. Are you in an emotional space where you can play right now? Are you sweating too much? Can you do it? I need to invite all of you. I'm not gonna sit in the lobby and wait for your friends. Everyone's gonna be ready if you want me to invite. The benefit of playing match-made games is that it's very quick. It's quick to get into a game, it's quick to play one. Then I'm not playing with your Swift. You're not valuable to me, you're not interesting to me. If you want to play with me, get your Swift. You proved my point. You proved me right when you hung out in chat for 2 hours complaining. Apparently you won out too because you're not gonna Swift. I even offered to get you a team together and your excuse was that you only play with people who aren't there. Apparently you do. Because I'm not going to play with you unless you have one. I can queue up right now, get 4 players and one of them might be good. Hell, they might all be good. I've already dunked on you. I've already beaten you. If I didn't beat you, if we didn't play, and if I didn't win, why are you here? Your friend isn't here. The one that supposedly got so upset that she wanted out of the game. She's not complaining, you are. If you're trying to tell me that I didn't break you, this isn't how you show that, bud. If you want another chance, if you want another try, that's great. Get a Swift. Until then, these players are probably better than you. Well, these players are challenging me too. They're queued up. And they're probably a lot better than you. Because they're playing DBD and not complaining on somebody's chat. They're not watching content, they're playing the game. So then which one of us is afraid? Dude, you're ducking me. You're making excuses. Oh, I don't need a Swift. Oh, you're not gonna host. Oh, they're not here right now. Oh, you just Slug. You think that's a good look? It's not your fault for not having a Swift. Somebody else is ducking you. I will invite you when you give me 4 names. I'm not gonna sit in a lobby with you for an hour and a half waiting for your friends. Are you as good as these players? Are you as good as this Jeff? I feel very happy. I'm having a great time. You do understand this is what I do for fun, yes? If I've proven to you that I'm scared, what do you have to prove? Why are you arguing? I don't believe that. I have money. I don't need yours. I was making an example. By your logic, if we carry the same principles, you're scared to send me money. You're avoiding me. You're avoiding money. I'm not the person that wants to play a 1v1. I want to play a game. And I don't understand why you're interesting to me if you can't put a Swift together. You say that. You haven't shown it. If anyone can slug, killer would always win. Do you think that tournaments are 4-man slugfests every game? Do you think that lobbies between very good killers and very good survivors are 4-man slugfests? Not really. Well, if I'm not playing your Swift until I play you, then you're shit out of luck. Your problem here is that I'm not interested. I seem to be better. And I seem to be more experienced than you. Unless you feel like interesting me somehow. If you can make it attractive to me, if you can change my mind. But that's your problem right now.
Tonight.
Well, I'm certainly good enough to take these, Swift. There are teams that have beaten me. But good luck. I don't have to play with you. And in a 1v1 format, I'm not interested. Most of the game occurs between the 4v1. I understand that. You would love to Swift against me if I would 1v1 first. But I don't care. It's take it or leave it. I have a very dismissive, very dominant personality. The reason I'm good at killer is because we do things my way. I'm good at imposing myself on the other players. A very good team can coordinate and play efficiently and outdo me with that same energy, but good luck. Why am I proving myself to you? Why am I going to take an investment? Why am I going to make an effort to prove anything to you? Does what you think matter? I'm working with you here. I'm helping you make your argument. Why does it matter to me? If I prove something to you or not, why do I care what you think or what you feel? Get me excited, get my blood boiling, help me to meet you there. Why am I working to prove you? She didn't get upset, she just wanted out. Then what about you? Because she's not here, you're here. Wait, who is whose? Because it doesn't sound like you're getting what you want. But I'm clearly doing what I want to do. So if there was a bitch, who is it? There are players that you can make a case for being better than me. There aren't many of them. And the best claims to that are teams that have beaten me. Because then you can at least be objective or pragmatic and like look at anecdotes. If you spent all of this time and energy you spent whining to me and desperately pleading your case, you could have found a Swift by now. You can't 1v1 without me. You have an option to 4v1. I want to 4v1 against you. I want to kill your group. I'm not interested in you. So you can either make me interested, or you can Swift, but until then you're ducking. And I can understand why you're ducking too. You've been trying to get me to play for 2 hours, and your excuse is that you don't want to Swift. You're projecting the blame onto me. Oh, I can't handle your Swift, whatever else. Clearly you want to play with me. You've been here long enough. You could have played with me by now. Yes, you do need your Swift. You're refusing to get a Swift, and you're making excuses that they're not on, or that you don't play with other people, because you're avoiding me. Clearly you've lost before. And by the way, there's no shame in losing to me. Especially if you're frankly a bit of a newbie. We're not the same. No, you proved my point. I didn't even stop playing to talk with you. This whole time I've been winning games. And you'll leave it because you're ducking. Way to prove my point, I guess. Come again. You know what's really funny? You lost an argument against somebody who isn't even arguing with you. You were telling me that you didn't rage quit, you just wanted out, right? Maybe this is the same. Ah, I seem to have hit a bit of a sensitive spot there. You're saying it's gay as fuck after the gender confused thing earlier. Are we projecting? You want to 1v1. I've already trashed you. Why do I want to 1v1 you? And if I wanted to play 1v1s, why should I be 1v1ing with you? I could literally go into the DBD Discord server, or the DBD League Discord servers. I could post that I want a 1v1, and I could play against competitive players. I can play 1v1s against better players than you. Today, right now. Why are you interesting? Well, I think I can take your Swift. I think I can take all Swifts. There aren't teams that I can't beat. Why are you going to be better than other groups? Hell, why are you going to be better than random matchmaking? Are you telling me that you're better than this Meg is? Cause this Meg is actually playing the game. They didn't rage quit the game to talk on YouTube. I know you're not trying to be a lol cow, but you gotta be careful how you word some of these things, cause it makes you look weak. Clearly I can. My confidence comes from somewhere. It doesn't matter if I play against you or your Swift. I'm excited to play against the Swift if you can do it quickly. Get people together. But why will I waste time on you when I can win multiple games against players that are stronger than you? You certainly feel shame. You're still defending yourself. It's okay to be emotionally invested in the game, but if you get this upset after you lose, that's not healthy, man. You shouldn't give me or the game that much power over you. All good things in moderation.
Ideal and strange.
The only points are kills and escapes. You're welcome to try to slug people if you think you can do it, but right now you're hiding in chat. If you try to slug people the way I do, you'd lose the game. You can't do it. Hey Ashley, how you feeling? What's up? Chill games today, but they're fun. Yeah, it's been a little while. How have you been? I'm in a really good mood. I'm feeling like $1,000,000. Welcome back. Good news, good news. Glad to hear it. I know how we met. But seriously, Joe, get a group together, and might go differently next time. Maybe you can win. I'm sure I just got lucky the first time. So I bled this guy out earlier. He was a Sable player. But he's saying that it wasn't him, he's on his friend's account, and that she just didn't want to play and she wasn't playing seriously. She also gave up, and anyone can win by slugging. And I suggested he gets a Swift together and plays with him, and he's like, no, he wants to 1v1. But I don't want to 1v1, I want to play a game. So he says he has a group, but they think that I'm not worthy to play with them because I can't take his 1v1, and he definitely fooled me. If I understand correctly. He's also trying to convince me either that I'm trans or I should become trans. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. I think one of the big problems here is that for a lot of times, DBD is the first game somebody plays. So you don't have esports players, you have horror movie fans. And they think that if you play better than them, and if you beat them, or if you slug them, they don't understand that you're just playing the game, they think you're bullying them. And then they're emasculated. And then they have something to prove. And so they're not fighting about the game anymore, they're fighting for pride. Or validation. I think we can be a little bit compassionate about that. We don't know what everyone's life situation's like. Me too. Alright, Flashlight's rights to Tola Slug, and we can hook him when the others bleed out. It depends. What's hard about slugging for me against a team like this? Nothing. I can beat this team doing almost anything. I could probably beat this team without attacking them. There's probably a way where I could just body block all four of them in a corner and play in a way that I get them stuck. I could win 12 hooking, I could win bleeding everybody out, I could win with a 3-minute AFK and give them like a 4 generator head start. It doesn't really matter what I do because I'm better than them. What's hard about slugging a competent team? A lot can be really hard, and usually slugging's not the best way to play. Slugging is more likely to be a good way to play if you're much better than the survivors. But don't worry about that yet. You can learn about that when you're more experienced. Really? I love kids. I coached Little League for upwards of 14 years. I'm gonna tell you a personal thing about myself. I don't really trust people that don't like children, and I don't trust people that don't like animals. I think that if you don't like little kids and animals, then something's kind of wrong with you or missing. It doesn't mean that you were a bad person, but it might mean that there's some type of trauma, or like you just weren't raised right or something. There's a couple things I judge people really harshly for. That they don't get along with their family, that they don't like kids, they don't like animals. Those are some of the big ones. Aww. I think life is important. And on a less serious note, I think that you need to be a relatively compassionate or empathetic person to be good at DBD. Because in like many asymmetrical PvP games, a big part of how to read somebody and like play intelligently and well relies on being able to put yourself in their shoes and in the other team's shoes. Especially killer side, if you don't have empathy, you're not going to be good at killer.
Tonight, the world at my feet.
Have you been enjoying? I'm really looking forward to the expansion. I've really loved Elden Ring. It was my second From Software game after playing Dark Souls 3. Recently, I've even been playing a little bit of Cataclysm Classic with a friend. But other than that, I've been almost exclusively spamming DBD very seriously. But in playing a bit of Cataclysm, I've been warmed up to doing non-DBD things, and it's helping me to get excited to revisit Elden Ring and play some more. I think that Elden Ring is really satisfying. Has some of my favorite bosses in From Software. At least that I've seen so far. I like the tempo of Elden Ring a lot more than I like the tempo of Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 was like their turn, your turn. Elden Ring asks to be a little bit more proactive, but like they take more turns. And I think that's just so exciting. It's engaging. Does Flint Burst mean they're dead hard? Yaffing? Huh.